Hey, hello and welcome to part two of my trip to Skokie Lagoons. On the first part, you saw me journey on the train, and right now this is actually getting to the first part of the trip, the beginning of the trail. So I have walked down Hill Road to get to this spot, and this is actually the horse trail, which is parallel to the bike trail. Here's the first picture from the entrance. Okay, so some of these clips are going to be muted, and some I left the audio in place due to the high winds and traffic. I do realize in part one that my audio was clipping a bit, so I changed up my setup and of the mic, and hopefully you get a much better sound on the commentary. So right now, as you can see, it's very muddy. It's the drainage, so when that got electric on it. There were a few folks on the trails, but really it was quiet most of the time. And here's the second picture from a trail. Alright, so this is the North Branch Chicago River. And I walked across the street, and what you're seeing across there is the main dam. Muted this one, very high winds, and lots of traffic on this street actually. And what you're going to see is we're going to go across, and then it connects back to the North Trail. Now, a lot of people do go fishing, and there were a couple of fishermen on the opposite end, but I didn't go to that side the first time around. Alright, so here's a little map. Kind of show you that. And we're going to head away from the dam actually, and we're going to come back. I'm going to leave that for part 3. This one, like a brand new bench that's set up at this entrance. Now I want to say thank you to the handful of people that have been following this. Um, the first part of the journey, wanted to keep it separate because it was mostly the train ride. Alright, so here on off trail, and I found 2 forts, a really big one and then kind of a medium sized one on the opposite end. So that one is the first huge one, and I'm on the back side of it, so I wasn't sure if there was anybody or any animals in there, so I actually started walking towards the smaller one to check it out. And a lot of these, the sun's to my back, so you're going to see my shadow on a lot of these segments here. It's part of the lagoon, and it's I wouldn't say completely frozen, partially frozen. Still not a good idea to walk on it though. Okay, so this little clip here. I went around to the side of the bigger fort, and you can see the inside of it from this angle. So a good thing that there was nobody in there, or animals or anything like that. So Very interesting. Here's another picture from where I was standing. Okay, so this part, you'll hear me make a little comment.
This is all like marsh.
So where I was standing, the ground was not solid at all. So I was being very careful as to where I was stepping, and I kind of wanted to head further, but on some of the parts where I was stepping, it was actually sinking in a little bit. So I didn't go any further on this part. I actually turned around and went back. Okay, here's another shot from that area. Alright, so thanks a lot for checking this out. This is part 2. I'm going to work on part 3, where I actually went back to the dam. So thanks again. Subscribe if you like this, and enjoy the view.